Hey, what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here today. We're outside because we're going to do a full review. I'm going to run it down, I'm going to show you about it really in depth, and that is the DJI Phantom 3 Standard. Pretty much 2015's best drone. I think it's really going to sell and it's going to be a hot holiday item. Let's get into it. So we're back in the studio, and I really wanted to dive a little bit more into who this is for, just the important specs about this, and why I bought this. And I think that this will help out a lot of people, because I think this will be a top-selling drone of 2015 of this year. Because of its price, its ease of use once you get used to it, and just what you could do with it, and the amazing things that drones have been doing for people, for businesses. This thing is well worth the price if you're into this kind of stuff. Now, I bought this when the price dropped. It originally came out at like $800, and then I found it on Best Buy for like $599.99 and $699.99. So I bought it, because I'm like, I don't feel that the price was gonna sit right. It might raise, it might lower, you never know, because that was kind of the initial price that it came out. So once I saw it drop, I really decided to just pick it up. I put it on the credit card, and I said, you know what? How can I make money with this thing? Because drones are the thing of the future. And I saw that this had a lot of the things that I want. Now, this does not do 4K video. This is the DJI Phantom 3 Standard, as I said. And, it does 2.7K video. Scaled down to 1080p, it will look amazing. It will look fantastic. And there's a lot of maneuverability you can do in that frame that you could use for that. So with that being said, 2.7K video is awesome. I have other videos. I'm going to have a whole bunch of videos, test shots, video footage. I'm going to throw some in this this review right here, but I'm also going to have a lot down in the description below, so please check those links out, or if I throw something on screen for test video shot in 2K that I put onto YouTube. So you'll see the full quality of that. It has a 12 megapixel CMOS sensor as well, so you're going to get 12 megapixels, awesome stills. This thing handles dynamic range pretty well. You do have full auto and manual control over the camera on this thing. And one of the awesome parts is this camera comes with this system. So right now you can find this for like $599, $699, all depending on the holidays. So you're probably gonna get around 600 bucks, but it has everything that you need. It even comes with a 8GB SanDisk card. Now that does fill up kind of quickly if you're shooting a lot of stills, which you can do actually raw DNG files, which is amazing. So you have all manual controls that you can do inside the app on your smartphone, iOS, or Android device. Absolutely stellar. Easy to use once you get used to it. I highly recommend, before really getting into it, that you train on a smaller device. I also have links for the reviews that I'm going to say here. But I have that little cheer syndrome, that little orange one that I use that really helps you get used to it, have some fun with it. So like I mentioned with the phone, you control everything through the DJI Go app on your smartphone. It's very simple to use. It walks you through how to set it up. But I will say, once you are setting up, make sure you have everything updated before you try and go out. So there's been a lot of new things with a lot of new, the new iOS software and everything. So make sure you are fully updated with your propellers off inside, so that way you can do it. It's awesome. You can even do test tutorials on the DJI Go app as well. So for the Phantom 3 Standard, I think that's a necessity that you have to look into. It does have built-in Wi-Fi. It's kind of like an ad hoc system, and you control it through the controller that you have, and I'll show a video of the lookup like that. And the awesome part about this is it holds any smartphone pretty much, and this is the iPhone 6s that I have with this. I've seen it with the 6s Plus, with the like the S6 Edge, so it does hold pretty well in regards to phone devices. But if you want to hold a tablet, like an iPad or some kind of Android or anything like that, you will not be able to do it with this. Maybe you can kind of like rig a different setup for it. But natively, no, it can only hold a smartphone. That's when you'll go above to the $1,000, $1,200, the advanced and the professional. Now, the thing that this doesn't have, even though people kind of get antsy about it, is that this doesn't have light bridge, which is basically a stronger connection. I'm not going to really get fully into that because I don't really have a use for it. It is more reliable, but I have not had a problem with this thing yet. If anything, and there are flyaways, even if you do have light bridge. But you do get a high definition 720 video streamed down, so you can live view exactly what you're doing when you can set this in auto and manual mode. And with everything, what gear comes with it and everything, it comes with a battery and everything. I'm gonna link down in the description below also my unboxing of it, so you can and my first impressions, so you can really see in depth what comes with it. So, with all those things aside, this thing is very affordable. You get a year warranty with it. It has the integrated GPS, so that way it's really safe. It can come home if a signal's lost, so that way you don't have a flyaway. So this is very versatile. It's a strong piece of equipment, even though it doesn't look like it. Or maybe it does, I don't know. The battery is another big thing. I wish you got a little bit more out of it, but it's pretty strong compared to the other ones out there. It's you get 20 to 25 minutes. I find it being around 20, 25, nothing less. Now, I will say that this thing handles wind okay, and I know the Phantom 3 line doesn't do extremely well. I was out in maybe 25 mile per hour winds, and it does get a little shaky. It does get a little iffy when you're trying to do that, but it holds its own. But if it was 20 or 25 miles, I would wait till it dies down and kind of go a little bit slower than that. So maybe 10 to 50 miles per hour or no wind optimally would be the best. But because this has the GPS built into it and it's communicating to everything, it really holds stability well once you have everything properly calibrated and set up. Calibration's pretty easy. You'll see on the top of this controller right here, I think it's your S2 switch or something on the top right. You'll see you flick that 5 times and you do the DJI dance, which I may have a video on that in the future. You do a little dance with that, you calibrate it, you make sure all your lights are green and everything's calibrated, and you're pretty much ready to fly from there. You flick the sticks the opposite way, your rotors start up, and you are good to go. You control everything pretty much just through your 2 sticks. As I said, you have the camera wheel on the top left of your controller. You have the throttle going up and down, and you have your directions, your forward, back, blah, 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 on the other side as well. And you control the spinning of your camera with your left stick as well, so that way you can get different shots with your camera, like I had previously mentioned. So the lens right here, it's a 94-degree angle of view, so you do get a wide angle, great to look down type of shots, which those are unique. And it also has 9 elements, and it is a 2.8 lens. Once again, this is either you could set this in auto or fully manual mode. One of the biggest features that I really loved for something like that. If anything always happens, remember to always just throttle up and just go upwards, so that way it doesn't hit anyone. If it hits something, you'd rather that than an actual person. Intelligent flight modes are just kind of cool, and I haven't messed with them a ton just because I haven't needed to. It has a return home, a fail-safe to come home. It has waypoints, a travel, follow me type of thing. So you could set a course for this to run on, but it's very easy to use. It's very easy to set up, and you can do a lot just through the app itself if you really, really wanted. But I find myself just like to do it manually, and you do get a lot. I've shot this thing 150 meters up into the air with no problem at all. Once again, if it's windy, a little bit of a different story. So this being a photography channel, tech, all that kind of stuff, and if you're watching this videos, I know that's for you. But what the hell would what the hell would you use this for? That $600, $700 isn't a cheap thing. You're absolutely right. But, there are a lot of regulations, and if you want to make a lot of money with this, you have to go through the process of, registering your drone, getting all that kind of stuff into fruition. As all of this information is still coming out, they're still trying to figure out what to do, how to register all these drones. And if you want to make commercial use out of it, this could be a great way to make some moolah with it. And for me, this really just provided a different form of creativity. It's just something fun. Once you have the process of how to get the, your propellers on the right way, and how to set up the battery, and how everything works, and how to connect and calibrate everything, it's just kind of a creative outlet. And once again, you can make some money with it. You can have some fun with it. And for the price, it's not that bad. If you can get it from a Best Buy or a place that offers a warranty with it, I have a 3-year full damage warranty with this thing. It does come with a better safe of mind in case if there's a flyaway or something. If this lands into a river, you crash into a tree, you crack the shell of this thing, it can be replaced. So when you're buying these, make sure that you can get some kind of warranty with them. Once again, you don't have to. It does come 1-year warranty from DJI. But I would definitely look into protecting yourself if you can. The DJI Phantom 3 standard, I definitely approve. Once again, is it a paperweight? No. I mean, do I use it a ton? No. But from when I do use it, I can justify the price that I paid for it / am paying for it. It's just a different form of things because not a lot of people have these yet, but these are going to be the thing of the future for the next year, 2 years, and as things progress and get cheaper and different things come out, the form factors and everything. So I just think that the Phantom 3 standard will be a huge, huge, huge seller this holiday season if you're watching this in 2015 before Christmas and everything, because of its price, its ease of use, and what market this is. And you don't need to be a full professional to have this. Once again, you could just be the weekend warrior, the hobbyist, amateur hobby, whatever, and you could still get great things from this. But there is a lot to say about this, and there is a lot to defend that this isn't a cheap toy. You know, this is actually a device which can provide you a great amount of quality. It can expand your creativity. The fact that it comes with the camera, that it comes with a card that you can get started off right away is absolutely fantastic. I've upgraded to a 32 gigabyte SanDisk card. Make sure it's a class 10 when you get it. The 8 gigabyte one that is provided with you does have one as well, but the package that you get with this, with the battery and everything, is great. Now, the only one thing, I'm going to also link down my Think Tank Airport Helipak review. It is hard finding a bag or a case for this without it paying a lot of money or being very customizable, because the controller is different from the 3 Advanced and Professional with the holder on it. So it's very hard to find something that holds this. So key point to this, I really love that Think Tank bag because it's very customizable and it allows you to, you know, modularly fit things. And I was easily able to, you know, manipulate the shape to fit the controller and all the now I have 2 batteries for this and all the accessories and everything that you could possibly need. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye, thank you so much for watching this video, sticking through this, and if you really made it through, please give this a like, a thumbs up, and share this because I think that this is something worth looking in. Do not let your nose at it. This is a strong piece of equipment that you can incorporate if you are really looking to get into the game. Maybe you want to get like the DJI Inspire 1 series, which is like $2,900, $3,000, something of that nature. Maybe you want to go that route. Maybe you should start out with this. Maybe you should rent something like this before you really invest that much money into it, because those things can really kill someone. These things can hurt. But, you know, getting into it, getting used to it before investing that much money, I think is a strong point. And the Phantom 3 standard is pretty strong. If you have any questions, leave those down below, and I'll be glad to help out in any way that I can. Once again, I give a major thumbs up to the DJI Phantom 3 standard. It's very, very strong for the price. You can't beat it, especially if you really want to change things up, shake it off, and have some fun with your photography. Should be a bestseller, and it's well worth it.